Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker is facing harsh criticism after a controversial commencement speech that he gave at Benedictine College's graduation this weekend.
Well, you decide if it's harsh criticism, because the NFL player is accused of making some sexist, homophobic, and political comments. Take a listen to this.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world with excitement and pride. Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it, but the true God-centered pride that is cooperating with the Holy Ghost to glorify Him.
NBC News correspondent Kathy Park joins us now from Knoxville, Tennessee, with the details. Kathy, can you tell us a little bit more about the reaction there? We heard a little bit of it after he mentioned that he kind of took that dig at Pride Month. He was also very critical of President Biden in the speech. What else did he say?
Yeah, hey there, Vicky. So, yeah, this was a 20-minute long speech, and there were a couple themes that stood out, and it's receiving a lot of backlash, especially on social media. First of all, Butker goes on to talk about the erosion of traditional Catholic values, even pointed to Catholic priests and bishops for, quote, misleading their flock. He also went on to talk about a woman's role and even pointed to his own home life and talked about his wife, who decided to become a homemaker and decided to forego a career, and she's happy with that decision, and talked about that theme as well. You mentioned he also took a swipe at Pride Month and also was very critical of President Biden. In fact, he said, quote, "Our nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally." As you can imagine, he did not hold back, and this commencement speech has circulated very quickly online. In fact, a former Kansas City commissioner wrote, "Harrison Butker doesn't represent Kansas City, nor has he ever. Kansas City has always been a place that welcomes, affirms, and embraces our LGBTQ community members." Another person online wrote that, you know, "I've never even heard of him until today," and he did a bang-up job of becoming one of the most hated men in North America in the space of one 20-minute speech full of bigotry and misogyny. And also, he mentioned Taylor Swift briefly, one of her lyrics, and a lot of Swifties also weighing in as well, saying one of the worst parts of this NFL player's awful speech is that he quoted a Taylor Swift song before telling women they should be homemakers and serve their man's career. We should also note that a change.org petition is also circulating online, asking people to sign it so that Butker can be dismissed from the Kansas City Chiefs.
I wonder who is safe from his criticism. It sounds like a very, very small segment of the population is safe there. Wow.
Wow. NBC News correspondent Kathy Park, thanks for taking us through some of those details. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.